Fair. My name is Keith
They'll be my
Silverstein.
litmus test.
I voice Killua in the series. No, it's
I know that's a lie. I knew that's a lie.
You knew that was a lie? Oh, man. No, I voice Hisoka in the series. Yeah. Are we doing more than that?
You can do more than that.
Love and hate are two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
Wonderful to meet you.
Thank you so much. All right, Keith Silverstein, everybody. Okay, Cristina, go ahead.
Hello, is this on? Yes, it is. Hi, I'm Cristina Vee, Valenzuela, and I voice Killua, Zoldyck. There's a period after every word I say today. What does he say? Not killing people is really hard.
My turn. Hello. I'm Erica Mendez. I voice... who's Keith?
Go.
Oh.
That's how it's pronounced.
That's right,
Thank
that's
God.
right. I am Gone Freecss. I feel like this show was so long ago, so I don't remember any lines, but... What? I always know that Gone is good to say, Killua is my best friend. Yeah!
Aww.
I'm Mela Lee. I voice Canary from Hunter x Hunter.
Woo!
You shall not pass. I love sitting next to people that have so many incredible credits that they're like, wait, which incredible credit was it? Erica Mendez, everybody. Oh my God.
Hello. Is this, yeah, it's on, right? Okay, hi. I'm Tara Sands. I voice Bisky. And if she was here, she would tell you, don't call me old.
Well, Hisoka is one of the more fun characters I've ever had the chance to play. There's a lot of freedom with him, really letting yourself go. I didn't read anything ahead, as we don't with most productions like this. We don't even have access to the scripts ahead usually. So I never knew what was coming, so there was a lot of surprise with him in what's going to happen. And then I do want to say also, one of the cool things about this show is I'm just a fan of the show afterwards, which is a totally different experience, by the way. For me, I usually don't know that much about the show when I work on it, and I know it internally. I know the character and how the character works, and I'm learning bits and pieces. But if I actually sit and watch the show, and I end up loving it, it's a whole different experience. I know all the characters differently. So while you just introduced yourselves, all of you, I'm such a fan of the show, like I was geeking out just as hard as you guys were to hear it, because I'm like, yeah, that's them, that's the characters. So that's one of the things I love about the show, and I like that that at its core, it's kind of a show about friendship. And as soon as you get caught up in like, oh, friendship, somebody gets decapitated. And that's what I love about the show.
Maybe I should watch this show. This sounds fun. All right, Cristina, what about you? What are you excited about for a Hunter x Hunter session?
Killua was always changing outfits, I don't know. It was just fun because he has such a great character arc. You never knew what was going to happen. I mean, I could have known if I read ahead, but I don't like to do that. So I was always surprised, oh my God, this is really dramatic today, and it's just really cool to see his character growth.
Yeah, kind of the same for me, honestly. I knew about the series beforehand. I knew people who liked it and heard it was always, it was a classic, fan favorite. But it was kind of the same way. I didn't read anything about it beforehand, so I was kind of experienced the journey with Gon. So yeah, kind of the same answer as Cristina, really. I just really love seeing Gon's development, and I feel like he's just a generally really well-rounded character. He's usually pretty happy-go-lucky and finds the silver lining and everything, but he has his really vulnerable moments and his really angry moments, as we find out later in the series. But to not steal Cristina's answer totally, I honestly, at the beginning of the series especially, really loved going in and having Keith in the show to play off of, because in that first arc, the exam arc, just listening to you was always so weird. That's the best way to put it. But it's I know it was Keith, and it's it's just so good.
Thank you.
No, but it was a good weird, because I was oh man, Keith is so good. It's just it just incited this just reaction out of me every time, and it was always I'd be shuddering because he'd just be playing the character so well, and it's such a great character. in a sense. He's a weird character, but
well-written character.
But Keith played it so well. It's like just the basis of it. So yeah.
For me, lots. I mean, I love what Keith said because a lot of times we don't get to hear everything, obviously, until it comes out. So just getting to be in multiple shows with these incredible actors, it's like, I hate to break it to you, but being a voice actor is even better than you think. It's amazing. Everybody's nice. It's like the exact opposite of what junior high and high school was for most of us. Number two, Christine and I met like in person like in 2015, and we were super anxious about flying to New Zealand for like 11 hours. And we talked about anxiety and meeting people, and we're like, I hope we get to be in more shows together. And so Miraculous Ladybug, Hunter, Seven Deadly Sins, Blaze Blue, the Fate franchise. So, you know, wish wisely. But for Canary specifically, as a multicultural girl, she was the first natural hairstyle anime character I'd ever played. And I don't know if you can tell in this Washington moist, the girl has a little bit of fro here. But I loved how strong and intelligent and kind she was. I loved her relationship with Killua. And for me, I think anime and the anime community has been so inclusive across cultures in the anime, but also in the conventions. And so I loved that marked a moment for me to play a character from my heritage.
I can't follow that. That was so good. When I got cast as Bisky, I was so excited. She's exactly the kind of character I like to play. I like to play the girly girls who are really also have a tough side. And I didn't know about her, spoiler alert, transformation to the big Bisky. So when I went into work that day, they said, we're doing the transformation. And I was like, what are you talking about? So I got to do so much different stuff with her. And I love her relationship to the boys, that it's like she's tough, but it comes from a place of love. So that's my favorite kind of character to play. I didn't know much about the show, but I originally auditioned for The Boys. Oh. And I remember thinking, I like this show. It's a great classic anime. It felt like, I don't know if you guys are too young to know Slayers. There was something just really classic about it to me.
Shonen fighty thing, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. So I was bummed when I didn't get The Boys, but they went to the right people, obviously. And then, I mean, this happens all the time where you're like, I wonder, like, I hope there's something else for me. And then the right role did come along. So there was something so cool about that. But I loved the style of the show, the tone of the show I really liked. So yeah, that's just a little behind the scenes tidbit. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it when the audition came up, but I knew the title, I knew the logo, because I've been going to conventions just as a fan for a long time. So, you know, you see logos for shows, you're like, I haven't seen that yet, I don't know what that is, but you just can't help but absorb it. So when I auditioned for Leorio, and I auditioned for Hisoka. Definitely, Hisoka was like kind of the more fun one for me. So I was like, oh, okay, I hope. But I don't invest a lot in auditions. I do the best I can. And if I'm really excited about something, it just means I do 3 more reads before I send it, you know what I mean? And really pick, or I do one last listen, like, hang on a second. And then I go, really good, but I speed that up. You know what I mean? Like, for some reason, I was really slow in the pacing. I like what I did, let's do it quicker. So I don't think I had I just sent out what I thought was the right vibe for him. The only time I got nervous is between getting cast and having recorded for a little while, when I knew it was going to air on Toonami and stuff, and it was going to be like, everyone's going to see this. I had by then kind of Googled Hunter x Hunter and Hisoka, and I realized there's a lot of images, a lot of stuff that comes up. It's a very popular show and a very popular character. And I realized that, they're gonna they may hate me tomorrow. Everybody may hate me. So I did get a little nervous about that, because it's instant if you're kind of watching at the same time and you're live tweeting and everything, which I was doing for it. You'll know right away. People they don't care. They'll be like, this sucks, you suck, I hate you. So that's the time I got nervous, because it was like, I hadn't done a live tweet, like live stream together at the same time. So I never got the real-time reaction ever. So I was nervous about that.
Yeah, that makes sense. People are very honest with their opinions when their face isn't in front of you.
Yeah, they are. Or maybe not honest.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they just want to hate.
Yeah, exactly. Does anybody else want to answer the question? Go ahead, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I just to add on that, it's kind of the extra nervousness because there was another cast before for the 1999 series. And regardless of how people like actually feel about, you know, previous dubs, because I mean, we went through this with Sailor Moon as well. You know, people will say certain things about certain old dubs and then all of a sudden they have the opposite opinion, whether it's good or bad when a new thing comes out because they suddenly have the nostalgia for that old thing, you know. It happens with everything, not just anime. So there's that added like nervousness about that as well. And, you know, it's, for me, and I'm sure everybody, like, we just want to do a good job regardless of the fact. Not just for you guys, but like for myself. Like I want to feel proud of my own work. But when I auditioned for, obviously Killua and Kurapika. I loved Killua, so I was kind of gunning for Killua, but was really excited when I found out that I was Gon eventually, and then Cristina was Killua, because me and Cristina have known each other for a million years at this point. We lived together at one point, so it was just really nice to have like that kind of in-show relationship as, you know, really good friends. And then like you were saying, you know, you wanted the boys, but I feel like it's kind of cool in a sense that you got the mentor to them, because like I've heard your work, like I've listened to your work, like you as Mokuba in Yu-Gi-Oh, like definitely one of my little boy voice inspirations. Aww. So I've never told you that, so you're finding that out on a panel.
Shut up!
So I think it's really cool that you got to play our mentor.
Oh,
so, yeah.
No, I mean, it all worked. That I told that story, like, because I think people hold on to, you can't hold on to anything, like Keith said, and things work out the way they're supposed to, and I kind of feel like it's a life lesson. Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
This is not working. Oh, there it is. So, I don't know if I ever told you this, Erica.
Oh, we're learning so much.
You guys are learning so much about each other.
Let's sip some tea, everybody.
You're already on the couch. Now you can divulge.
So, my Killua, my little boy voice, came from listening to Erica's boy voice.
Oh my gosh.
I'm serious, because Erica's like incredible. So I'm like, wow. Erica's awesome. So I just try to like, that was me, like my little boy voice. Obviously it sounds very different, but that was originally me like trying to mimic, like how is Erica doing that? It's so good. Man,
I feel like that happens more often with auditions in general than you think, because I've definitely taken inspiration from like other people I've heard.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think this person's going to book this character, so I'm going to do my best impression of them.
That's so
and probably
funny.
still not get it, but it'll be fun, you know?
No, your boy voice is killer.
Yours,
Iconic.
everybody's, Keith, your boy voice is...
It's all right.
But we really want to hear your girl voice.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow.
The one that sticks out to me is really I don't know, I just like it. It just feels so classic, and it encompasses Hisoka's whole like thing for the rest of the show. It's early on when they're on the hunter's exam. It's when he first meets Gon. And it's just a simple scene, but that little interaction where, you know, he's like, "Is that a fishing pole? How unusual." And you already are like, okay, who's this
Yeah, who's
dude?
this guy?
Like, what is this guy? But in that scene, you get, okay, he's a little quirky for sure. And he's badass because you see some of his powers. Every time you're coming at me, I like disappear and then I'm like over here. And it really kind of sets him.
Like real life.
Just like real life. Every time you try to attack me, I'm like
Batman.
But there's something about that scene. There's just enough. It really sets the character. And so even if I'm watching the series again, which I've seen like 3 times over, I think at this point, that's one of the ones I sit back and smile because it's really the setting of that character. And I don't know how much I enjoyed it doing it. It was you just want to get it right because it's so early in the process, and you're just like, I hope this is right. Is everybody agreeing? Are we doing the right thing here?
Like sets the tone for the entire rest of the series.
Yeah, and I go back on that whole sequence. That's like where I like to go. Okay, and he did evolve a bit. I think he got a little naughtier as it moves on. No, but he moves into his deeper register, and he has more. He has that vibe a little bit more. He plays off of it. But there's something about that scene, and then when he puts you in the chokehold and then lets you go, and then you're like, okay, he's waiting. And it just kind of sets everything up. And so I really like that setup for him right at the beginning, because you kind of have an idea what you're getting into for the rest of the show for him.
Wow, great answer, yeah. Anybody else? Like fun character interactions, things that you didn't take? Because you guys had said some of you didn't read the manga going forward, right? So obviously surprised.
No, nobody spoil me in what happens later, by the way. Because so far, no one has spoiled it, so let's not.
Any moments you're just like, oh my gosh, that actually happened? Like,
for me, like in general, I just really love a lot of the Killua Gon moments because they're just, it's just, I don't know, their friendship is just, I don't know, just so classic anime boy friendship, I think. But one scene in particular that I especially love is when they go back to Whale Island and they're kind of like talking under the stars. And I don't remember the exact conversation, but I do remember like just kind of being a little choked up by it because it just really shows how far they've come as friends and as just people in general.
Why are you so angry?
Sorry.
This is Erica Harlicker Stone, and you're watching Fandom Spotlight. Yay! Make sure to like and subscribe. Do it right now. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. I don't know why you aren't doing it. Seriously, I'm gonna keep saying it until you do it. Ugh! Okay, thank you. Yay! Remember to have fun and follow your fandom. Bye!